Welcome back, welcome back. So I'm listening to the OG, right? And he's explaining to this woman that's less fortunate. She's not the greatest looker. Um she has kids and stuff, and he's trying to explain to her, uh, you want this man to come in your life and try to make things better and do all these things that are, rightfully, if you get with a woman, this is what men do. And he says to her, why would a man go through all this stuff building himself up? Or if a man didn't build himself up and he's just living, why would a man want to go and take on all these extra problems? Like, if he built a good life, this man's gonna wanna lead a easier type life. He's not gonna wanna say, all right, let me get with a chick that has kids and stuff so I can use all the money that I just saved and my good job and everything. The sports car that I wanted, nah, I'm not gonna get that. I'm gonna go get a family van now. Yeah, my room's a mess. It's my day off. I'm chilling. What person would logically do that? I mean, if the woman is a really good woman, I understand, because, money and having certain things is not. It's the point of getting these things for a man is to get a good woman. So, find a really good one. Makes you feel all those things. But he said something very interesting that I agreed with the woman. And then OG does what OG does and it talks. And, that's what I do. So what he says to this woman is, says this man's doing all this stuff, right? He's gonna take on all these problems, and basically majority of what the woman and women say on, or used to say on his show, is like they want a man with money. So they can take care of their problems. Like, that's what takes care of a lot of problems. And he's explaining to her, do you realize that this man basically owns you? And you want him to own you and purchase you, but he has no control over you, nor say about, like, your kids ultimately. But he's gonna pay for them like he owns them. And I was thinking in my head, she goes, no one owns me. He's not paying to own me. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I don't pay to own women. Like, I ain't never. And then I mixed it with the thought of, you can't go on a date without paying for it. So I'm like, wait up. Do women secretly want to be owned? Because this is what I hear women say they don't want. Like the feminist movement and before that. And like when I look into history, this is what I hear they say they don't want. No one wants to be owned. But every interaction with a woman is payment. And I was like, because I remember watching a couple of videos back, and I was snapping like an asshole. I apologize to everybody for my outbursts. Life is hard for some of us, but I remember saying like, yo, nowadays dating a chick is basically like having a prostitute that overcharges you and belittles you and tells you you're not worth it. Oh God. And I'm like, I don't want to make women feel like that. But then the way Kev was talking about it to the woman, he wasn't talking about prostitution or anything. He was just naming regular things that he always says. You want him to provide this, and you want him to provide that, and you want to make sure if you have a baby, you don't want to work after or during, and you have a degree, but you don't want to use it after you're married, and I was like, wait up. Let's take the money and stuff away. You know what I mean? Because I like to go biblical. Biblical to me just means go back before all these little trinkets and things, all these rules and the way people say it is. The further you go back, it's just original, raw. And I was like, yeah, I think primordial, because that's what scientists say, like in a primordial brain. I think primordially, women want to be owned. Like, think about it. Like, really think about it. What do they want a man to do? They want a man to provide them a home. Somewhere to live. Somewhere nice. They want a man to basically pay for everything. And now, women are free. They want you to pay for most of the things. And they can get jobs now. So they're like, fuck that. I don't mind taking my man out. I don't mind buying my man. There are good. We're talking about the good people. We're not talking about bad people right now. And I was thinking to myself. I'm thinking like, wait up. But this is what women say they don't want. This is exactly the thing that they say they all run with. That you don't own me. No one owns me. But you sign up to be owned, to be with a man. A man has to do all these things. Like when a man has a child, he owns it. It's not just his child, it's his property. That's why he gets to say what it does and what it's going to learn and what it's going to be called and where it's going to go. And then when it's grown, then he's free. Because until then, you're owned. Because if you own the child, you have to make sure it exists. You can't let it die. You brought it forth, so it's your own. You own it. You have a bond with it. You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking, I'm like, did they trick women out of their natural, like, lizard brain, what they call scientists primordial fucking thinking? Did they trick them out of that and say, nah, that's not what you want, but that's what they want? Because, alright, I'll bring it to another level. I've never been with a chick or never talked to chicks that wasn't with me, and I asked them why they leave their boyfriends or why a chick leave me or certain things. And one of the majority of things I heard the most is, he's too nice. He doesn't put me in my place the right way. They don't want you to overdo it, but a woman wants you to, like, a woman is basically saying, I'm gonna try every motherfucker that I'm with, and if you don't control me and be like, yo, you better stop doing what you're doing, I'm gonna test them anyway. That's what they're saying. And I need a man to G-check me, but in a certain way, like in the movies, that whatever way she likes, so she can be owned. She wants to be wooed. Why does a woman want a man to be romantic? Why does a woman want a man to know how to sexually please her? So he can lock that shit down. So he can have her in la la land in her head. See, I'm starting to, like, I'm not saying I understand women or everything to the highest potential, because things are twisted right now. So it's not about understanding. It's about I'm just trying to get it. Because how aren't I right? Let me get three. How aren't I right? When you get married, that's what it is. You own her. She literally takes your fucking last name, bro. Like, think about that. She's no longer who she was. Let me get a grape and a berry. Her last name changes. She's no longer who she was. Her family name is gone. Now she's your family. You get it? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, one of those and one grape. Yeah. Like, you get it? Like, and I'm not trying to be an asshole about it and be like, oh, men have all the power. Nah. I'm saying, is it natural that way? Is it supposed to be like that? Because I'm all about the natural reality of my father's will and law. And like I just said, that shit really sticks out to me in a level of, can I use your lighter? I seem to have forgotten